Hello, everybody. It is Kendell Lenice, and welcome to Weekly Voice with Kendell Lenice. All right, it's been a minute. But I said let me come on here right now. I took a little hiatus for a couple of weeks, so you haven't had the Weekly Voice. So I can't give you everything today because this is not a long show. But I wanted to make sure I jumped on here quickly, just to talk about some things as we unpack this week and maybe some of last week and the week before that, since I've been away for a moment. Because after all, this is the weekly voice. And not going to be long, still going to still have the same time as I always do with you. So, welcome back. If this is your first time tuning into the weekly voice, I'm glad you did. Most importantly, share this and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers. And of course, I need your help. It doesn't matter all the content I have on here. If you are not subscribing and sharing, then it means nothing. So I am nothing without you. All right. So let's talk about just a few things, and we're skipping around. And you might say, Kendell, that happened last week or the week before. But remember, I had 2 weeks off, maybe even 3. So I just want to touch on some things. I'm not going to go all the way in. I'm going to tell you right now on the Will Smith smack that was heard around the world and Chris Rock. I'm not going to go into that. If you want to know how I feel, go to my podcast, Shine with Kendell Lenice, and I did a show with Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. as my guest talking about it. So you definitely hear how I feel. But what I will say is that people misstep and mistake all the time. People make bad choices and decisions. Everybody does it. And what I don't like is, first of all, I don't condone violence. I'll say that right now. Will Smith could have said what he said from the seat. He didn't have to get up to hit anybody. So I don't condone that at all. But what I will say, I still ride for Will Smith and I still like Chris Rock. I'm hearing people say that, oh, he messed it up for Black people. He messed it up for the whole Black community. Why should Will Smith be the carrier of Black people? When we talk about other races, we don't say, oh, they messed it up for the whole entire white race or the Latinx race or the whole Asian race. We don't give that brunt for someone else to carry. If his mistake and his misstep does not mess it up for all the Black people in this country or in this world, that's silly to me. He doesn't mess it up for you. He doesn't mess it up for I. He is responsible for his actions, and he can be forgiven if Chris Rock forgives him, and he's not taking this further. And Will Smith already feels bad enough because he was on edge for some of the things that he's been going through and the ridicule that he's had. It is not up to us to be the judge and the jury of this man or what happened to Chris Rock. I don't think that he holds the brunt of the Black community on his shoulders, and I don't think it's fair for Will Smith to carry that. Yes, things have happened. Other things were overshadowed. Will Packer, first time it was Black produced, and a lot of people behind the stage were Black. Questlove won his award. Philly was in the building again. And Regina Hall did her thing. And so many people did. Denzel and Tyler Perry was there, and Samuel L. Jackson. Will Smith did win for King Richard, as he should have, because that was a phenomenal movie, phenomenal job in honoring a great man, Richard, for Richard Williams, Serena and Venus's dad. So I don't want to harp on that too much. Again, check out my podcast, Shine with Kendell and Niche, where all podcasts are played. You can also see it right here on YouTube. All right, moving on. Well, I'm happy to hear that Abbott Elementary got season 2. Duh, it should have. It's one of the best shows on television. And I'm not just saying that because I work at an elementary school, and my daughter is a teacher. But and my stepmother is a principal, and my grandmother is a retired teacher. It's not about that, but it's a great show, great comedic timing. Love it. Happy to see it get a season 2. Hopefully, it gets a season 3, 4, 5. As long as they want to do it, hopefully they are granted that. Also, filming has started for The Best Man final chapters. It is a limited series. I believe it's going to be on Peacock. So make sure y'all get y'all Peacock ready so y'all can watch Bel Air, and you could watch Best Man. So if you're thinking about Xfinity, I think if Xfinity, Comcast, I'm not sure where you are, but I believe that they're offering free Peacock for people. I saw the ad for that. So definitely get that in your life. Love Jones was just 25 years old. What, last week? 25 years. I remember watching that at the movie theater. I remember trying to find the VHS tape and could not find it nowhere. This was even before my youngest daughter. So it had to be, because I was looking for that long before. Could not find it on VHS. Finally found it on VHS, got it on DVD now, and now it's streaming everywhere. It shows how the times have changed just in that little bit of time. And some might say, little bit of time, 25 years, that's a little bit of time. But it is. I haven't been able to report, and now it's more to report. Tracy Braxton, at the age of 50, lost her battle of cancer after going through the hardest time of her life the last year. So my condolences and my prayers to the Braxton family and the Surratt family. That really hit home to me. Everybody loves Tracy Braxton. You know, I loved her music. I loved her humor. I loved her candor. I love Tracy Braxton. And also, I'm 50, and so is Tracy Braxton. She was 50. I'm a cancer survivor as of last year. She died of cancer. So a lot of things hit home with that for me. So when I think about that, make sure y'all take care of your health. And just yesterday, her husband and her son and her daughter-in-law had a homegoing service, some sort of like a memorial where people could come and celebrate Tracy. And her son said that his mother's cancer could have been avoided or prevented if she had gone to the doctor, or she had gone soon enough. And that broke my heart, because he said his mother was his best friend and he's really going to miss his mom. But he really wanted to stress going to the doctor, because he said his mom could have known about her cancer sooner and maybe she would be here. So that really touched my heart. So make sure y'all, go to the doctor. And other sad news with that, it reported that the Braxton family is fighting with the Surratt family. Surratt is her husband. That they weren't at the memorial, or they weren't invited, or all of that. And I don't want to get into that family drama, but Tracy Braxton's birthday is tomorrow, April 2nd. Her birthday, and her family, Toni Braxton, was on Tamron Hall. And she talked about, that was the first time that she's talked publicly about her sister's passing, and said that they were going to celebrate her on her birthday, April 2nd. She loved hummingbirds. She saw hummingbirds. She thought about Tracy, and Tracy loved the snow. The day that she passed here on the East Coast, it was snowing. So I remember when we got the news, it was actually snowing that day. So my prayers go out, and hopefully the two sides of the family can work it out and remember that they loved Tracy. And Tracy, of course, I'm sure, don't know her personally, but I'm sure she wouldn't want her family fighting. So I'm going to keep the Braxton family and the Surratt family in my prayers as they navigate through this big loss in their family. Other sad news with cancer, Khalees, singer Khalees' husband, passed away of cancer as well. So please, cancer is just running wild. So please go to the doctor, y'all. Make sure that you're in top health. What else do I want to talk about? Let me change it to some happy news, I guess, out of the voice. Biden appointed Taraji and Chris Paul to the advisory board of HBCUs. So hopefully, some great things will be happening for the HBCU around this country. Beautiful Black men and women, into the world, and changing the game, and game changers as they are, millennials, into this life that we have, because they're making big moves. So hopefully, with them on the advisory board of HBCUs, they'll be able to some great things, in the across America. What else? What else? What else? I'm not going to be long today. So many different things have happened over the week that you guys know. I know so many things, and it's hard because I've missed you for the last couple of weeks. It's hard to condense everything. A lot's going on social media, the argument back and forth. Black people are divided during this time because of Chris Rock and Will Smith. But we do have to come together and to be there for both parties, because both parties are hurting and in need of healing. Some were, well, I'm on team Chris Rock. I'm on team Will Smith. I'm on team healing. And, everybody does make mistakes, and everybody is deserving of, some more chances, especially if they learn, especially if they have that conversation. And it is talked about that they are on, they're going to be on Red Table Talk. Everybody's like, ugh. But hey, if they have the platform to do it, why not be on there? And I just want to talk about Jada and alopecia. I suffer from alopecia. So it's not easy. It is a medical condition. It's nothing to be laughed at or played about. And everybody wants it's Jada's fault because her husband took up for her. That's what husbands do. It's not her fault. He wanted to protect her. He probably knows the pain that she's experienced with alopecia, because it's not fun, and it isn't, and it's embarrassing, and it does affect your self-esteem. You go through a lot. He's probably seen her behind the closed doors with this happening, so that's why he probably snapped as he did. But also, I forgot, Jussie was released from prison. He said he was on a ice cube diet, and I don't mean yay ice cube, I mean literal ice cubes that he did. And many people were like, well, he needed to stay in there, he lied, he messed up the Black community. Isn't everybody thinks if a Black person does something wrong, they mess up the Black community? It doesn't work that way. He didn't mess up the Black community. He's a Black person within the community that did wrong or was found guilty. But we have to stop putting that onus on every Black person, because you're not responsible for each other, but we can help build in each other. All right. So the word of the week is transmute. What does transmute mean? To change or alter form, appearance, or nature. That's the word of the week, especially in a higher form. The read of the week is Feed the Soul with Tabitha Brown. I read that book. It's a great book. It had me tearing up. It was very emotional. It was very uplifting and inspiring. I love Tabitha Brown, the book, and I'm listening to the audio again. So I don't know about you, but with books, I love to read them a few times. I'm also reading Will Smith's book, even in the midst of this, prior to this happening, again for the third time, because you always miss something. And I like little gems in there that help grow and advance you to the next level. You can learn from other people. That's the journey of life, right? So that is the read of the week, Feed the Soul. The playlist song of the week is an old one, Blame It On Me by Chrisette Michele. Blame it on me, say it's my fault, whatever it is, that is the playlist of the week. So this one was short and sweet. I do want to send my prayers and condolences to the who had the fatal fall in Orlando on the free fall ride, and he dropped to his death. So as we approach spring breaks and spring time in a lot of different areas, please be careful. A lot of people are going to be going to amusement parks and rides and all of that. Even with Dolly Parton, her Dollywood, her amusement park, she shut down that free fall ride. And this young man, they said he was seated up in the seatbelt and he still fell to his death. So y'all be careful out there. Please be careful out there. All right. So the theme of this week is healing. I'm going to be doing a live video about healing. I believe it's tomorrow. So definitely come back for that. That is the theme of the week. Let's make that the theme of the summer, the theme of life, healing, growing, being in a better place. So every week for the weekly voice, let's find out what you've done as far as self-care to help you heal. I would love to hear in the comments what you're doing to help yourself heal. Because when we heal ourselves, we heal our community and we heal the world. Everybody has trauma. Everybody has gone through things. So let's use some of the things that we're seeing in our lives, in our family lives, on social media, even with Chris Rock and Will Smith at the Oscars. Let's take a moment to see how we can heal, to see how we can love more and judge less. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Weekly Voice. This is Kendell Lenice. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about the Weekly Voice and everything that I have going on right here on YouTube. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe. God bless. Peace.